If you hear the text come through, it's just Craig, don't worry. But I'm interested about this video. I'm super excited about this video. I just introduced Paul today to the wheel and tire cleaner from Time to Shine. Yeah, check that out. It is, of course, like I told you before, it is safe on polished aluminum. Of course, like you mentioned, not to ever let any product dry on a wheel, so always make sure it's nice and cool. That is one of the top things that needs to happen. Make sure your wheels are cool, because any product can do damage. Even just soap on a hot wheel can do damage.
Yeah.
So can water. That's just how it works. But I'm really excited to show you guys. This wheel is absolutely filthy, and we're gonna clean it back up with just some wheel and tire cleaner, a green nylon brush, some pink Time to Shine soap, and a little bit of elbow grease.
And we're gonna get all this mud off the tire so we can dress them, make them look brand new. And another thing that drives me nuts, wheel wells. If I detailed this truck and left these wheel wells, I've seen it. I don't know why. It's not that hard. And with the right products, tools, and techniques, we're going to show you how easy it actually really is. And it looks phenomenal.
So all we got is my cheap little electric pressure washer, and it works really well for doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need a ton of pressure and a big 5,000 PSI pressure washer to make this work. I know a lot of guys that are doing pretty cool details with just garden hoses.
You can use a garden hose.
Just gotta
when
get
I
stuff
started,
wet.
I used a garden hose for years.
I did too.
That's how you start.
Yeah.
If that's what you got, you use what you got.
So since this is covered in mud and it's a farm truck, 7 years old, I don't think it's been washed in, other than driving through the rain, in quite a while. Where would you start?
So we're going to do a pre-rinse. We're going to soak it. We're going to pressure wash 80-90% of the mud off just with the water. That's the beauty of having a pressure washer. After that, we're going to spray this on the tires, on the wheels, on the fender wells themselves. We're going to scrub everything with this brush. I'll use a sponge on these and a little detail brush. We'll brush these with that. We'll brush in here with that. Then we'll do a final rinse with this pink soap with the foam cannon, just to get all those little nooks and crannies that we might have missed. And after we rinse that, we'll dress everything and it'll look really good.
It's going to look cherry. There's a little bit of rust on the frame. Most of the time you would dry it off and touch-up paint it with some flat black.
Yeah.
But since this is my in-laws farm truck, they don't care.
No.
It's just going to be going right back out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're not going to address the rust on the frame. This isn't a show truck. It's not a show vehicle.
Yeah.
So we're just going to get it real nice and clean, dress everything up so that it looks really nice, and looking forward to seeing the before and afters on this one.
Yeah, so let's do it. So when something's this muddy, as you can tell, I just soaked it. I wasn't trying to get all the mud off. Want it to soak for a little bit, then watch how easy it comes off. So I soaked the tire in the wheel cleaner. And then this brush, I'm using on the sidewalls just to get in all the cracks where all that mud's dried on. Help emulsify the dirt and the leftover dressing on the tire. You can use the same thing in here. Brush all that mud out. It's like cement, dude.
Yeah. Bad.
Yeah,
It actually might be something.
I think it is. Alright. Detail brush and all the cracks. All right. Now let's get that foam cannon. Little squirt. Pretty quick. Well, it sounds like rain.
It's good and thick.
All right, so here's a little lesson that I learned a long time ago as a detail company and bidding jobs. You never know what you're going to get until you get into the job. This isn't even just mud right here. This is either paint or cement. Now this would take a long time to get off with the right products and the scraping involved. Something you'd have to figure out if your customer wants not only for you to do it, but they want to pay the extra money. Something you can't really tell until you start getting into the job. You can see how good the tire and wheel cleaner worked on the tire and the wheel. That's our main focus of this video. So we're going to go ahead and blow it off. I'm not going to spend any more time on those fender wells. It's just a farm truck and he doesn't really care. I'm going to blow this off, dry it off, and then we'll dress them.
Yeah, that worked out really well. So now one of my favorite products is definitely the Time to Shine Tire Shine. It's such a versatile product. And of course, like I said in one of our other videos, I have it in this atomizer. It kind of sprays it just like an aerosol. One squirt, just keeps right on spraying. Now at the truck shows, like I've said before, when I spray it on the tire, I spray a little bit on the rim, only if they're Durabrites or if they're chrome. Because this is a water-based product, it will not wreck the wheel. If it's a freshly polished wheel, it'll wipe right off a fresh polish as well. I try not to get it on fresh polish just because I really don't want to try to give myself any extra work. It's not super greasy and doesn't sling off super easy either. So it's not like it's going to mess up a freshly polished wheel that bad, but I still try to avoid it at all costs. Now, spray it on and leave it on, or spray it on and wipe it off. That's the big debate.
All about preference.
It is all about preference. I like just a clean, fresh, new looking tire, and I think you're in that same boat with me. But there are people out there that like that glossy tire look. If you spray this Time to Shine Tire Shine on and just leave it, it will give you a semi-gloss. If you spray it on and wipe it off, it's going to leave you that new clean tire look, and that's my personal favorite. I just like a fresh, clean tire. I don't need a whole lot of gloss. I don't need none of that fancy stuff.
Yeah.
I just find that stuff usually turns brown and gets crappy. This stuff, I find my tire shine stays on even after a few rains or a few washes, and even if I get dust and stuff on it, it just wipes right off. I don't have to redress it all that often. But I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And then your wheel wells, you just spray it on and leave it on?
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
You know, like I said, not all that's coming off,
Yeah.
but it's,
It looks like concrete. It really does.
yeah. But that's fine.
I'll spray a little bit on this mud flap here too.
Yeah. So I sprayed a little bit on the towel. Whenever I take dressing off anything with the towel, I spray a little bit on the towel so it's not completely dry. It tends to give it a little more of a glossy look. Not like a matte gloss, I guess. Semi-gloss. Matte
Semi-gloss,
gloss.
yeah. Matte gloss is probably a good way to put it too.
Yeah.
I feel like either way answers the question.
Yeah. But cleaning the tire, all the treads, and drying it off with the blower, as you can see, it just gives you an even, soaked in tire dressing look. Got rid of all the grease in here, made it real clean and dried out, nothing to block the dressing from
Right.
attaching or...
And then I do the same thing while there's just a little bit on there yet. Since it's water-based, I just use it just to wipe that rim right off.
Yep.
Just give it a real quick wipe. And you can see it takes off that last little bit of residue that's left behind in the actual wheel itself. And I mean, this being a chrome wheel, you could almost hit this with a glass cleaner and be okay. But I just like to take this, since I'm already here, it saves me having to dig out an extra product and an extra thing. Since this is water-based, it just wipes right off. I mean, sitting right here, this looks clean and fresh.
Yep, looks good. So as you guys can tell, another fun how-to video. But look at the results. Easy, simple. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I'll bring you in real close here so you can see just exactly how nice and crisp this is. It absolutely looks like a brand new tire. And even the fender wells have like a nice low gloss to them. Like Paul said, don't mind the concrete that's in them. If you were doing this for like a show prep or something, it'd be a completely different setup. You could take 2-3 hours just cleaning concrete out of wheel wells. I mean, I've done it before. It's not fun. But this truck's going to be right back in the field tomorrow, and they quite frankly haven't washed it other than letting it sit out in the rain. So this is the most attention this thing's gotten in quite a while. But
which is also another good reason to make the tire just a matte black. Because it's going to be in the dirt.
Yep.
Glossy tire. All
You
that
can just
dirt's
run
gonna
it through
stick.
a quick car wash and just rinse it back off, and it's gonna look right back to fresh again. So I'm bringing you in real close so you can see it before we get out. So that's it. I'll let Paul deal with Craig over there, but that's pretty much it. It's super simple. It's not crazy difficult. All we used was the wheel and tire cleaner, the pink foam soap, just to kind of get in that last little bit, and then we dressed it up with some tire shine. 3 products, super simple to get it done.
Yeah.
And once again, if you guys are watching on my YouTube channel, I want to thank Paul for stopping by. He came all the way from California. If you aren't following him, head over to his YouTube channel, Springer's Detailing on YouTube. He's also on Instagram. Head on over and give this guy a follow. He's always putting out great content, lots of good stuff, lots of good footage, and he's definitely doing his part to help out the detailing industry. Much like I've been trying to do for you guys here in the metal polishing side, Paul does the same thing in the detailing side. So head on over, get him some info. And if you guys are watching me on Paul's channel, you can find me
at metal polisher 3829.
3826.
3826.
It's my name and numbers. If you're old enough to understand the letters on the numbers, 3826 is EVAN.
Oh,
Evan.
got it. I won't forget.
It's weird, but I've had it since I was a kid. It's one of those, I don't know, I'm an old school text guy. Yeah, that's me.
Right on. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like Evan said, follow him on all his pages. He's got great content. And we're real family oriented with our companies, with each other, with the product lines. And we want to help the detailing community, the metal polishing community. There's tons of work out there. I think we could all work together and make a great thing happening across the nation.
And if you guys got questions, we try to answer them. I know I get a lot of DMs.
Yeah, I do
and
too.
I try to answer a lot of that stuff, and I know Paul does the same thing. And it takes time out of our days, but at the end of the day, I'd rather see somebody do it right and have the right tools and the right process, because I know their life's only going to get better for it. And I'm thankful for all of you guys that are part of this. So
yeah, thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time. All those products available on GoShineOn.com/shop. Catch you next time.
Keep it clean.
Deuces.